What is up, guys? We are live. Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my top 7 Propstream lists and also my top 7 hacks or tips and tricks when it comes to Propstream, aka listrei.com. So again, I'm going to be talking about Propstream today, but again, listrei.com, listrei.com is the link just to get it for 7 days for free. You can get all the free data from there. So that's it, guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm not really going to sugarcoat it. We're going to get right in the nitty gritty of things. That's how I think a lot of people like it. So let's start talking about it. So number 7 here is the heat map. So let's talk about tips and tricks and hacks that not a lot of people know about Propstream. So number 7 here is the heat map. I think the heat map is probably one of the coolest parts about Propstream. And basically, if you go under the data and the data research part on listrei.com, you can actually look at heat maps. So we have a lot of videos on this on the channel, but basically what you need to know about heat maps is, if you look at my reviews, is you can look at a real estate wholesaling market and it will show you over a data over 6 months, 1 month, 3 months, or a week, like what's the difference in prices. So over the past 6 months, this zip code has been going up in price, or this one hasn't, it'd be blue. It's really cool. Just go to market analytics when you search a city or something, it'll pop up really cool. But the heat map is a really cool part. It's a really good tool for seeing if a market's really good or not. And it is absolute killer when you're trying to research markets. Number 6 here is the Driving for Dollars app. Not a lot of people know this, but Propstream has a Driving for Dollars app built in. Comes with listrei.com, especially you get the free trial and stuff. It's really cool. So you can drive for dollars. It's the second best Driving for Dollars app for wholesaling. I still think Deal Machine's better, but for the money you get for listrei.com, it's really good. I can go do reverse Driving for Dollars with this one. There's a lot of hacks I can do, but there's a lot of reviews on it. So in the description below, I'm going to do a little more tutorials. I'm going to show and share them. I'll probably put them in the comments too. But for right now, the Driving for Dollars app is really cool. I can go out there, drive for dollars in the area I want, and it's really good. And that's just another tip and trick not a lot of people know. It's actually the Propstream app that lets you do it. Number 5 here is debt on data. What I mean by debt on data, this is something not a lot of people know about, but you can actually do more information on a debt list. So let's say you search a property on listrei.com and it's a deal or a lead I'm working on. The cool part about that is it will actually pull up and give you links from the clerk of the court and the public records on that debt. So let's say I see the seller here owes a $5,000 on this special weird thing on it. I can't figure it out. Listrei.com actually lets us have access to go in there and pull everything and look at it. So I can see that, hey, this is a mechanics lien. Hey, this is a actual tax lien, a mortgage lien. It will show this is from a credit card debt list lien, credit, like this bad credit. Let's say someone's uncle owes them $5,000. I can actually pull it up straight from Propstream of the clerk records. It just makes it makes everything really simple and easy. Number 4 here is comp tools. The comp tools are really, really good. I do the square footage. I can find comp very easy. Puts everything within subdivisions, so it's really simple. I can make my own parameters in there. It's like having Zillow comp tools or like the Redfin or the Realtor ones, but it saves me a lot of time from finding comps, and it helps me out a lot with my deals. And number 3 here is water shutoffs. The cool part about water shutoffs, not a lot of people know, this is a Propstream hack, but it's really, really fun, is when it comes to Propstream, the really cool hack on it is if you go to the utility liens list, so pull a list of whatever area you want, you can actually go to the utility lien list, and that'll give you the water shutoffs. Not a lot of people know about that when it comes to listrei.com, but it's absolute killer. Number 2 here is you can remove duplicates. This is really important. This is a quick hack or a tip and trick I can really give you right now, is removing duplicates is it's critical. If you're pulling an SMS list, if you're pulling a cold calling list, Propstream has this issue. Any list pulling data thing, you'll have this issue, is you'll have a lot of duplicates. What I mean by this is, let's say there's a really rich person and they own this property and they own like 10 other houses, and you're trying to text this one person. Why are you going to send mail out or text or SMS to this one guy if they own 10 houses? Why am I going to send 10 pieces of mail, waste $15 in mail if I can just send them to one piece? So I remove duplicates on mailing addresses. It saves us like $500 a month. Nothing crazy, but when you're having a very thin, razor thin budget and you're trying to make every dollar count, you can remove the duplicates. Usually I pull it from listrei.com and put it into an Excel, then remove it. In Excel right now, if you're on Mac, it's under data. It should be under there. And then for Microsoft, for a PC, it should be under data or maybe under review. Remove duplicates. You just got to search it. It'll pop up. But that's killer. That's a killer tip I can give to you right now when pulling lists. That it is absolutely amazing. And it's helped me out a lot. So remove duplicates from your lists on mailing addresses, and it'll help a lot. Propstream will tell you people that own multiple properties. And number one here is pre-probate. So pre-probate, you guys, again, you can skip the whole probate process basically. And what Propstream does now is they'll scour all the death record, obituary.com, and they'll find people that own property that just died, like just died. So probates, you figure it out about a month or two after the person that passed away. Pre-probates gets it instantly, which really, you're not trying to beat other wholesalers because everyone uses listrei.com, listrei.com. But the cool part is you're beating realtors, and realtors are using services that give probates pretty quick. And that's who we're really competing on a lot of these deals. And now we can beat them out with the pre-probates on Propstream. So it's really important. They'll pull the death records from it. So it's really important. Let me get some water really quick. Also, guys, this is a live video. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. It helps me a lot here on the YouTube algorithm. But overall, with pre-probates, the point of it is you're trying to get to the probate before anyone else, and you got to just skip trace the errors. You don't have to do a lot of the hassle of a regular probate. And we're having a lot of good success with it. So we're really actually loving that feature for Propstream. So what you can do when it comes to pre-probates is what you got to do is pull the pre-probate. And these are fresh lists, guys, like absolute super fresh. So keep in mind that. So the cool part about pre-probates is you're going to pull the probate, and you're actually going to skip trace that with the heir. So you're not going to go after all the heirs. You're going to choose the deceased person and either do true people search or batch, whatever really one. Like I do my skip tracing through smszach.com, but do whatever one you want. If you're trying to do it for free, just do true people search that address, and it should pop up on there. But if you want to do the skip tracing, which is a lot simpler, like the paid one through smszach.com, what you need to do is actually do the address and then put the deceased person, which should be on the pre-probates, act like you're skip tracing the dead person. What's going to happen, since you're using credit bureau data through smszach.com, the relatives information is going to pop up, and that's the phone number we're going to use for the pre-probates for SMS text blasting and then for cold calling. So those are my tips and tricks and hacks for Propstream. Next here, I am going to break down my top 7 lists through Propstream. And then after that, I'm probably going to go into Propstream and show you guys some stuff. So it's pretty cool. So let's see some of the comments here. See any questions we got before we get into it. So I'll answer a quick question while we're getting some people on the live here. But Alina says, which one of the lien lists on Propstream are not that good? I would say the tax lien list. That's probably the most abused one, I would say. But yeah. But yeah, that's probably the one I'd probably get away from. But yeah, so love all the comments, guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. These are going to be my top 7 lists for Propstream. And I try to do a new one every time. I feel like the top 7 needs to change. And I do 7 because I think let's keep it at 7. I think that's pretty simple. So let's break it down. So number 7 here, tired landlords, the older age. You can actually go under Propstream. Let me see if I can pop it up for you guys here. Let me see here. Let me actually get in Propstream and show you. But what you can do here is you can actually go over people through age. And I like to go tired landlords that own property that are older, because then they're going to be more tired. Because usually when you're older and you have money, you don't want to deal with a lot of the hassles and the issues. So it's a really, really good list. It's one of my favorite ones out there. And it's absolute killer. So the older list is really good. So let me pop it up, see if I can share my screen and show you what we can do here. So let's see here. Let me see. So let's go here. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. And so the tired old landlord list is really good here. I'm just popping the last part up here for Propstream, just getting that on there. So, all right. So screen is sharing. Let's see, guys. I'm not the text expert here, so bear in mind here. But let's see. All right, here it is. See if this is working. All right. Perfect. Okay. So let me know, guys, if you want this part or the other part, but I'm going to go in here and actually start pulling it. So let's just do Miami. So to pull this list, I'm just going to go Miami really quick. And we're going to do this really, really simple and quick list. We're going to go to senior owners. And we're going to let that pop up. So people that own a property that are older, we're going to go here into more filtering. And then we're really going to go, we can do a lot of interesting stuff here. So owner occupied, we can put no. And then that's our older tired landlord list. Now I can go into the equity. I can do a lot of stuff, but this is one that not a lot of people talk about. And it's been absolute killer in my wholesaling operation. So tired landlords that are older, that's the quick hack you can do. Now I can go in the MLS status. What you want to make sure for all of these properties is you just want to make sure the property is not on the MLS. So on market, no. And then we're not going to get too crazy in everything because I've done a lot of tutorials on this. But equity, at least percentage-wise, we go here. I want it at least 55%. And for most of these deals, if you want, like this is what truly I get a lot of good results with, is I want to make sure that they own the property for at least, it really depends, but it depends. So I'll go over to ownership information and just make sure they've owned at least, I would say 3 years. Like that's kind of where I'm thinking out here. And like a list like this would be killer for like texting 14,000. Obviously, I got to filter this a little more down. So the way to get a little better in Miami is valuation. I would cap it at like 400K. That's probably what I'm thinking right now. You do assessed value, which is going to be different than the assessed improvement value. So I just go to estimated value here, and we'll do 350. Like, oops. Oops. All right, hold on. Just popped it off. Yeah, guys, this is live, so I'm not the tech expert here, but I try to share my best. So we're back here still doing Miami, so we're going to keep filtering that out. And what we're going to do here is, let's see. So I did ownership info, right? And then we're just going to make sure that at least the minimum's like 30 grand. And then that should, if I like do a small cold calling tired landlord list like that with someone who's older, about 5,000. So that's what that would look like. Overall, it's pretty good. That's how I pull that one. Next here is lien lists. So if I want to do a lien list, what I do here is just clear all. I can go here to lien and just click that. So let's say I want to do Howard County, Florida. Just go here. You can do a quick search here. This is kind of lazier, but I would just go here. Obviously, guys, remember, we're going to do the property characteristics. We're going to make sure it's all good. I like to do single family properties, make sure it's not on the market. I don't want to like repeat this because a lot of people are trying to get quick info from this, but I just go to liens here and do the liens that you guys like. So the specific liens I like tax liens. I don't like HOA liens or mechanics liens, utility, and then other. Those are my favorite lien lists that I'll go pop up, and then make sure the equity and everything's there. But make sure everything's good. Make sure they own it for 3 years, but that should pop up. It's pretty good. I like that one. We're gonna clear that one out and go to the next one, which is number 5 here. And that is the tax delinquency list. So there's people behind on their taxes. So there's a lot of ways you can do it, but really quick, we're gonna go back to Miami. And just click tax delinquency there and then go from there. Pretty simple. Obviously, we're going to make sure the equity's there. We're going to make sure they owned it for a lot of years, at least 3, and then make sure the valuation's decent. But that's how I go after tax delinquency. It's a great one. Number 4 here, this is a secret one. Not a lot of people like talking about, but this is the other debt list. So the other debt list is like a credit card debt list. So I'll go here, clear all. We'll do, I don't know, we'll do Orlando, Florida. So we'll do a quick research on this one. It's a lot of properties. Wow. Okay. So we're going to go filtering here. And obviously, guys, remember when I talked about doing the heat map and stuff, analytics right here, this is where you go by value. I look for growth. Let's say value per square foot, and then we'll do price growth in the past year. Then we get more in the analytics there. So that's like the heat map thing I was trying to show before. But you see what areas are popping, which aren't square footage wise. But filtering here, the other list, I'll go here really quick. Obviously, we're going to do the filtering that we like, which again should be the MLS status, not on the market. We're fine with the occupancy, the vacants, and everything. Make sure it's on the not on the market. Make sure they owned it for at least 3 years. Make sure the equity is at least 55%. And then the minimum value should be 30 to 20,000, and cap it off 350, 400, depending on your market. But the other lien list here, we'll just go to liens, specific lien type, go to other. You do child support. It's a little tougher in Florida with that, but go to other here, click that, and let's just go after one property and just show you what another lien list would look like. Obviously, it'll show you what the other debt research looks like. So if I go here to lien details, this one's an abstractive judgment from Zwicker and Associates PC. So maybe they're owed from something else here. Maybe that's a lawyer. Let's do a cheaper house and just see what pops up from there. So I can go look at the court case here and look it up even more and see what kind of liens are there. But you can do abstracted judgment, then look it up and see what the docs say from there. So that's a great one. Number 3 is water shutoff list. Basically, all you got to do here is go to liens. If it lets me. Liens here. Switch it from other to utility lien. And boom, simple as that. Next here is high equity vacants. So basically all we really got to do here is get rid of the lien, make sure the property is vacant, make sure the property is not in the MLS. No. And then, so it would be valuation equity here, and high equity, which is different than regular equity, I'd put at least 60%. And then you do the valuations and things from there. But that's what I do for the high equity vacants. It's a killer list. Always under under 10,000 for the really good ones, but it's a really good one, and it's awesome. And then obviously number one's pre-probates, which all you really got to do here is clear all, choose Orlando, Florida, filter over here, quick list choices, pre-probate deceased owners. And let's just choose one. Let's go here. And looks like Charles Humphrey unfortunately passed away. So what I do is when I pull it, I'll actually try to skip trace Charles Henry right here. And actually, when you skip trace this, the really cool part about it is it'll actually show the relatives' 3 phone numbers, which I can go mail or do an SMS there or do a cold calling there. It's really cool. But really, SMS and cold calling is the way to go with it. You documents and reports, see if the guy owes a mortgage on it. I can actually pull up the documents and everything. The comp tools obviously are really good here. I can do data sets, and it's really easy for finding like showing cash buyers and stuff from there. But it actually shows comps, flip comps, neighbors. It's really cool to look at everything from there and look at comps through divorces, comps through free and clears, bankruptcies, things like that. If it's on the MLS, they'll give you details on it. It's financed, Orange County, things like that. So that's really cool here. Another really quick honorable mention tip I can give about listrei.com, aka Propstream. So if I want to find a cash buyer for Orlando, let's say I get a deal locked up. I go to Orlando. Honestly, I'll just go to Orange County. You can also search by zip code if you want. Literally, all I would do here is go to filter, quick list choice, go to the flippers tab, which this is the best cash buyers one. Obviously, cash sales is the best. Skip tracing that and cold calling it. But if I only could cold call a very few, it'd be the flippers tab. These are people that are actively flipping homes. They are buying these properties cash, renovating them, and they're doing it for a good profit. So right here, Julian Marion, that's who I'd be calling right now. There's person. I can look at the documents and reports, mortgage and the history of it. This person bought the property for all cash on the 10th. Looks like there's some financing on it, but they bought it for $197,000. And they put it on the MLS for $290,000 2 months later. I look at the pictures here. And the property looks all renovated. So that's a flipper right there. I'll pull that. I'll skip tracing. I'll go cold call them. That person's flipping this house, and they'll probably want to buy my property for all cash. And so that's a quick tip from there. But overall, that's how I'd use listrei.com. That's what I do. Those are my hacks and tips. That's what I do for the maximum like percentage of just success with Propstream. So that's it, guys. Like that's what I would do right now when it comes to finding hacks and things. It's really good. So that's what I do. Like Propstream's like listrei.com. Remember, it's listrei.com. That's what I would do. It's just a free trial from it, but that's kind of how I do it. So let me see any questions you guys can have about it. Let me know. But listrei.com, give you the free trial from there. But that's what I would do. So let's see any questions, comments, concerns. But let's go. Where's Rick? It's just me today. Yes, sir. What's up, Zach? Like learning. I didn't know Propstream had a drawing for $1 app. Yeah, go to the App Store right here and let me find it for you. So I just searched it on here. I don't think you guys can see it, but just it's the Propstream app. And literally I can go in here and log in. Show you guys. It's really cool. I love the Propstream app. I have a full tutorial on it, but I go here, drive. I can literally drive. So, you know, just I can click just drive. And I can record my drive. It'll show everything on it. Like if I have a good property, I don't have to, like, it pins it for me. It's perfect. It'll skip trace it for me. I go out here. It's absolutely crazy. Literally, like right here, I just popped the property address up. Like if I find on my Drawing for Dollars app. This was when I was actually doing a video on a deal we had, and this property actually popped up while I was Drawing for Dollars. So I took it out. And the cool part about it is it'll do comps. I can literally search comps for that Drawing for Dollars when I went there. It gives me, estimated price. I can actually skip trace it, like literally click run skip trace and call that person instantly. You could send them a postcard. I'm not really big on that, but I could share it to someone. So for example, like this, when I drove by, it was really good. So what I did was I shared this with, like I could click share here and just share that, literally that link to Propstream to my acquisitions manager to go on that as soon as possible. Literally throw it into Podio if I wanted to. I get directions right there. It'll give me directions easily. Documents, skip tracing, comps, really simple. I got all the data. I know the tax history. It seems like there's some loans on the property. Literally for door knocking, it's perfect. I can literally, also, it'll make it like an Amazon driver with the Drawing for Dollars app, where this is so cool, guys. You can actually pop up all the vacants in your area, or all the, let's say, or all the older landlords in your area. Probably not the landlord would be the best one. It'll probably be a high equity one. It'll give you, for let's say the 12222 area code or whatever, the 34999 area code. It will give me a driving route of, let's say there's 100 people in that are high equity, that's a pre-probate, or 100 high equity that has a tax lien going through a divorce. It will give me the 100 properties in that zip code. It will give me from my address, like from my location right now, where I should drive. So go to this property to have the most efficient trip, like an Amazon driver. I can do reverse Drawing for Dollars, stick the sticky notes there and do really well. I really love the app. It's actually really cool the way you can do it. So it's awesome. Brenda from Pompano Beach, what's up? Let's see. Let's go. Zach Gems, I love it. Do you put them all in one folder in Propstream, or do you create? I create various folders, and I do have a master one. But again, I pull everything from Excel. Kara says, when I use Propstream, houses that come up under the MLS details says it was just on the MLS recently and they took it off. I still call, but a lot of time they figured something because it's not for sale. Call the realtor if it was a recent listing and see if it's still listed. Fluffy Lux says, sup, remember? Yeah, I remember you. Got out of Brevard and started calling Indianapolis, and immediately been so much better. I'm telling you, I told you. Do you think pre-probate's already saturated just because the buzz from the new feature? No, I honestly, probate's already saturated enough. There's a lot less people watching my channel than the average wholesaler. They're watching like bigger wholesaling channels. So, and I'm the only one really hammering it that hard. So this YouTube channel is not that big. So I think right now you guys are watching me. You're still under the radar here. So I think you still do pretty well. Justin wants to know, can you do a live call about getting the water shutoff list so you can hear exactly? Yeah, literally I asked for the water shutoffs, and that's as simple as it is, or I just go in person. But yeah, do it through listrei.com. Go to the utility list on listrei.com. Be a lot simpler. Let's see here. Graham says, do you use List Automator? No, I don't. I use Excel and do it myself. We'll have Rick do his own video on it. I like to refresh the list every month. I've been gathering and skip tracing county data. Should I focus on pre-probates? I think it's worth a shot. Yeah, Propstream have different estimate. The estimated value, I do my own comps. I'll do my own research on it because I trust Propstream when it comes to finding comps, but I'll use it for comps to figure out my own estimate. I don't trust Propstream. I don't trust Zillow or Redfin. They're not perfect, but my comps are as close to perfect as you can get. So that's what I would do. Always comps over everything else. Got property under contract. Now I'm going to call realtors and find. Let's do it. Use that flippers tab. I'm telling you, it is killer. Let's see. Kara wants to know, will you call contractors to find estimated repair costs for a new market to analyze MAO? Of course. Justin says, do you care about the lien amount if there is such thing as a too small? No. There's such thing as a too big of a lien where the lien's more than the value of the house and it's not worth for us to wholesale it. But no, it's pretty good. You can't go straight into Podio, but there's some tools out there. You do Zapier. You get really advanced on it, but most of the time you just input it manually if it's a really good lead. Don't pull. I see a lot of newer people do this. Don't pull all of the 10,000 you get for the month into Podio. That's way too much. Qualified leads only. At most, if you're running a 7-figure operation, 100 max a week or something. Like if you're running a big operation. So don't put 10,000 records in there. Rocio says, do you use all 10,000 records they give you each month for one market at a time, or do you pull it from multiple markets? Sometimes we'll buy more data. So maybe we'll need 30,000 for the month and we'll buy more. It just depends. Hey, Zach, I currently have Deal Machine. Since I already have Propstream, then I don't need Deal Machine. Then I don't think it's worth I don't even know the price of Deal Machine anymore. It's probably set. It's not worth the extra $80 a month because, I mean, it's already there for you for free. So I would personally not. Let me find out how much Deal Machine is. But it's not as good as Deal Machine, but it's negligible. I can't even talk today. But it's so small, the difference. But let me see. It's negligible. How do I say this word right? Negligible. I have a tongue twister on that today. $50 a month. Yeah, it's not worth it. Oh shoot, no. That's annual. They're getting you $60 a month. It's not worth it because you're capped on how many leads you can get per month. So yeah, it's not worth it. And 28 cents for skip tracing. It's not worth it. Plus it's 120 if you want like a team members to be doing it. So I would say it's not worth it. I can't even say it. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Let's see here. It's so small and unimportant, the difference between them. It's not worth it. I called the water department. They said they have a freeze on water. Yeah, some cities have that, so be careful. Good question here. Fluffy Lucky asks, Zach, how do you make sure you not skip trace the same property? What I do here is personally for me is I will just remove the duplicates like I did there on the tips there. So all right. So that's it, guys. So $59 a month, probably not worth it, but that's it, guys. So that is my tips and tricks from Propstream and listrei.com today. Those are the top ones I would do. And personally, it's one of the best ones out there. So I really appreciate it, guys. Remember, if you get any value from this video, please smash that like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. Thank you guys so much, and have a blessed one. But remember, guys, Propstream, aka is listrei.com. I know a lot of people sometimes get confused from that. So overall, that's what it is. But that's what I use in my wholesaling business. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Have a blessed day. But really, listrei.com it's really a game changer for us. It's a lot cheaper than the other services out there. So overall, it's pretty good. I like it. So let's see here. Let's see.